Omelettes are one of my favorite things to make, and they're absolutely delicious for lunch, supper, if you want them, you know, as a little treat in the evening before you go to bed. They're just so quick and easy. Now, there's a couple of little tips when you're making an omelette. Lovely fresh eggs, and then you can jazz it up with lots of different ingredients. For this one, I'm going to show you is some sun-dried tomatoes. We're going to use these. I'm going to chop these up. These are salad goat's cheese, which is from Cork. Fantastic, and they just recently rebranded all their farmhouse cheese, the Simply Better team, so well done to them. You could use a smoked cheese if you want, or you could use a lovely Drina cheddar. So it's up to you to mix it up a little bit, experiment. So the eggs, I'm using the corn-fed eggs, and this is the Simply Better corn-fed eggs that I'm using here, and the board be a quality mark, so you know you're supporting Irish producers. That's really important. 2 eggs. I'm going to go into the bowl. And then what we're going to do is just literally whisk them with a whisk. Mix it all together. We're going to put in a spoonful of fresh basil pesto. So this is it here, some of the fresh basil pesto, which is delicious. And this is gorgeous with lots. You see me using this in so many recipes. So it's wonderful. So when you get it, just open it and keep it in the fridge. And because it is fresh. So about 2 teaspoonfuls of that goes in there. And literally a splash of some cream. This is optional, or you can use some milk. Now we're going to heat our pan. I'm using my lovely small little omelette pan. So I'm going to heat that up. We're going to use some rapeseed oil and a little bit of butter. So just a small little drizzle of rapeseed oil. And this is from Derry Carmen, County Louth. I'll whisk that up in a moment. I'm just going to chop. I better talk to you just about the sun-dried tomatoes. So this is them here. They're stored in extra virgin olive oil, and they're left to dry out in the sun for a couple of days in Italy. They're absolutely delicious. So they're not fully sun-dried. That's them there, lovely and soft. There's a really, really lovely flavour. So I'm just going to chop a little bit of this here. Watch the fingers. You don't have to add in, you can use fresh tomatoes if you want, but I thought I'd make this a little bit different. And then with the goat's cheese, this is a really delicious creamy goat's cheese. So I'm heating my pan. I will add a little bit of butter to the pan in a minute, just turn that down. And I'll just get my whisk here. And then just give this a little whisk all together. So you're just combining the 2 eggs. The corn-fed eggs means they're fed in maize. And then we have our semi-sun-dried tomato and the pesto. So see the way the pesto kind of changes the colour of that. Okay, so that's good there. We're going to just bring this over. I think a spatula is a good thing to use for this. And just literally kind of half a teaspoonful of butter goes in there. There's my tea towel. Let that melt. Perfect pan for frying an egg or doing omelettes or a couple of wee sausages, whatever. And this goes in here. Now scrape it out. Don't waste it. And I'm going to finish this under the grill. So I have the grill quite hot. It's at 300, so it's a very, very hot grill. So I just want to show you the technique here. I'll just turn that down for a minute. Just simply scrape it in, like that, into the center. So this is part of my cookware. A small little pan here. It's tri-ply and it's non-stick, so it can go under the grill, into the oven. It's really easy to use. And I think it's a great size of a pan for an omelette. So this is our salad goat's cheese. It's a creamy, soft. I'll just show it to you here. That's it there. It's so gorgeous. And we're so lucky that we have so many great cheese producers in Ireland. And for me personally, and in the restaurant, you know, Sheridan's Cheese have educated me about the wonderful cheese scene in Ireland all over the country. So if you can buy Irish and buy local, and we've never sold as much cheese in the restaurant, and we get it all from Kevin Sheridan. So I know he was involved with the Simply Better team in rebranding and working with all these wonderful, fantastic Irish farmhouse cheese producers. So I'm just going to literally just get my spatula. So see the way I did that, just a tiny little, kind of like a teaspoon, and then just kind of scrape it over. That's a nice bit of colour. Can you see that? That looks really nice now. That's perfect. And see the spatula I'm using, it's nice and soft, and it's not going to scrape the pan. So preheat the grill. Smells great. Cheese will just melt. It'll be nice and creamy, not too strong. I'm going to pop that underneath there. Okay, so just let that just kind of fluff up for a moment. You'll see it in a moment. And then we're just going to do a little salad dressing. Serve it with salad. So I'm going to use some really nice products, and Simply Better been working with High Bank Orchard. This is a great apple syrup. It's like maple syrup, but it's absolutely delicious. So we're going to put a little drizzle of this in. We're going to use some of the rapeseed oil, which we already spoke about. Lovely in a salad dressing, and this can be made ahead. So usually you use 3 times, and I'm using a tablespoon, 3 parts oil. So that can be olive oil, but I'm using the rapeseed oil. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put in this lovely cider vinegar from High Bank Orchard. So good. Such great people. Based in County Kilkenny. Great part of the country for food producers, all that. So just one of those should be enough. And then just to give it a nice little bit of a kick, we're going to use some of the whole grain mustard there. Now I'm just going to shoot over before I whisk this. I'll use the same whisk. We're going to season it up. A little bit of salt. I just want to check on the omelette because the grill is quite hot. Okay, let's have a little look. Ooh, it's looking nice. I'll just show it to you. It's not ready yet. Now always when you're taking something out of the oven, see the way my tea towel is dry, see the way that's puffing up. So I want to get a little bit more colour there. I'll just keep that in there. And that, pan is perfect size for one omelette for one person. Okay, a little bit of black pepper. You can put herbs into this, chives, that kind of thing is really nice. And then just give this a little wipe. And then just combine this. So this little salad dressing can be made ahead. What I'm actually making is what we call an emulsion. That's it there. It's as easy as that. You don't have to be overcomplicated. I could have put lemon zest into that if you wanted to. It works really well. This is a great little tip. Some tissue paper and some cold water, and it'll keep your salad lovely and fresh. So I'm just going to bring this over here. So I've got some oak salad, oak leaf salad, some wild rocca. This is all growing in our garden down in the restaurant. So there's lovely taste and texture and crunch. And the one thing that I want you to do is just always dress the salad at the last minute. So that means just drizzle over the dressing. We can put tomatoes, we can put croutons, some toasted nuts, that kind of thing works really well. So just have a little look. So you just have to keep an eye on the omelette. Once the pan or the grill is nice and hot, yeah, that's perfect. I'll just switch that off. And see the way it puffs up. That's so good. Now you can leave it, I usually just serve it like that, or you can turn it over. I'll just show it to you. So it's nice and golden brown. Okay, but sometimes it's just nice to have it like that. Beautiful. Just fold it over. Beautiful. And I think an omelette is one thing, so you can have the mixture made, but if you can, serve it at a minute. Now to eat this straight away, I know it's going to be hot, but enjoy it. So we just dress our salad. Bet you thought I forgot. Have some regular tomatoes there, like if you want to use that. But I think this omelette, and you can see that lovely creamy goat's cheese. Can you see that there? Couple little tomatoes, gives lovely flavour. So I'm using the little cherry tomatoes. Again, these are grown in Ireland. So when you think of it, we're using some beautiful Irish eggs, some delicious goat's cheese, and you can mix it up. You know, use some cheddar, use some nice smoked cheddar, some smoked cheese from Knockanover there. Oak wood smoked, bit of a tongue, a mouthful of that, and how nice does that look? So it's a super quick, delicious meal, ready in minutes, using the very best of Irish produce. So that is my goat's cheese, sun-dried tomato and pesto omelette. Enjoy everyone. Thanks a million.